Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to The Wind Waker. In the last episode, we gathered various goodies around the Great Sea and ended up here on Crescent Moon Island, the only island in the game that contains 2 blue choo-choos. Now, over in the distance, you can see the 7-Star Isles, which is where we're going to head next, at super speed. Yeah! Gotta love this swift sail. But we're not approaching the platform the island proper. Instead, as ever, gulls! We know what gulls mean by now, don't we? Yes, indeedy, it's our third big octo! Let's shoot the bastard. This one is a 12-eyed fucker, so he's going to take a bit more shooting than usual, but I'm going to try and get them all with bombs, because I've got a lot of bombs now. I restocked them. Oh, that's 2 already down. When you get close enough to him, you can actually, you can L-target his eyes, but because you're moving around him, sometimes that isn't entirely accurate, and often it's best to aim with your hands. But I don't know if the gyroscope aiming works for bombs or not, and I don't know if I'd use it if it did, because that seems a bit... I don't know, I don't like the gyroscope aiming for some reason. Mostly it's because of how I'm sitting though, because I sit right close up to the desk with my face and a microphone, so gyroscope is not the best tool to use, where you kind of have limited range of motion like that. And I don't like motion controls particularly, but we've got most of its eyes now. There's only one more to go around the side here. I was going to cut this battle out, but turns out actually I'm that good. When you get some bomb upgrades later on, as in the ability to carry more bombs, these things become a cinch. You can just fire openly at them all the time. But hey, that's that big octo down. And as ever, he comes up roaring and on the surface dies. Need to stop making that reference. No one's going to get it ever. Well, have a look. You won't Google that little line and hey, you might learn something new. What do you know? Who says that LPs can't also be sources of literature and art and such? Anyway, let's drop the crane. Don't think I'm quite actually on top of it here, so... Nope, slightly further forward. There we go. Come on, drop the crane, damn, I'm holding A. There we go. Good lord, I've clearly missed it somehow. Where is it? Let's see, it's there. It's a bit of a bugger that they disappear when you get up close to them, because it means they can sometimes be really difficult to do the precise movements on. There it is on that side there. Gotcha, you little bastard. Oh, yay! It's a piece of heart. You've collected a total of 2 pieces. So now we continue our gathering as ever. Now this time we head all the way down to the south to the Forest Haven. Now here, there's this odd, very bright fog floating around, and I accidentally blew my boomerang out. But you'll see in front of us there is a treasure drop thing again. So let's hoop. It's about here. No, it's not. It's more... that way. That'll do. Let's drop it there. I can't see what I'm doing because I'm looking at the gamepad. That looks about right. Yeah, that's about right. This is where Treasure Chart 31 that we got from showing Camo a picture of the moon last episode came from, and it gives us... another piece of heart. Now, weirdly enough, essentially it's going to look strange what I'm doing next because I'm going to be heading all the way up to Dragon Roost and then mucking around there for ages. So you'll be asking, why didn't I just go directly to Dragon Roost? Why didn't I come down to Forest Haven later? Why did I do it now? Because, as you'll notice, my pictograph box is full. And though normally I'll do it off screen, I decided to show it this time just because there's stuff we could do down at Forest Haven anyway. So I was like, well, I'm down here, might as well get Treasure Chart 31, and I'll be showing you that anyway. But obviously I'm not going to show you me now giving in my pictographs, so I will actually see you all the way up to the north at Dragon Roost Island. You know, I never get tired of this music. Anyway, what we need to do is head inside the mountain into the post-sorting office place. Now here, there's only actually really one thing we can do here in terms of actual plot items, but there's loads of figurines we can take, so basically every Rito and person on the island. So, let's start promptly with, you remember this guy, the mail sorting man, the only human on the island pretty much. This is Baito. Baito is very earnest when it comes to mastering a job. He often misses his mother and gets homesick, which can be quite hard on him. He wants to be like the doctor. Oh, that's kind of, I think that's a compliment, you know, that's... But anyway, if there's also, next you will see these guys. If you talk to them, they're very kind of serious. They're just, hey, I know you, yeah, you're the adventure guy, sailing from island to island. Action, excitement, right? So, with all the adventuring you do, this isn't the person I was talking about at all, but this is useful anyway. So with all the adventuring you do, did you happen to find a golden feather? My girlfriend, she's wanted one of those things for the longest time. And actually, I kind of promised her I'd send one to her. apparently only plot important Ritos are Irish as well. No, that was a complete mistake. I thought this was someone it's not. Turns out this is Hoskett. His biggest worry is getting a present for his girlfriend. He looks quite easygoing, but he's always thinking about his girlfriend. He values his friends tremendously. So he's asked us for golden feathers, and if you've been following my advice, you should have many a golden feather. I specifically have 21, so let's give them to him. Hey, that's what my girlfriend wants, a golden feather. So how many of those do you have? So you're really going to let me have 20 of those? Yes, I am. Really? Are you sure? Yes! I'm going to stick these little beauties in a letter and send them off right away. I'm going to tell her about you two. I'm so happy, seriously. It's not much, but please accept this. And he gives us an orange rupee. 100 rupees. Can't go wrong with that. Right, so he's not who I thought he was, but if we talk to these two here... Master Doctor, Medley is busy with her attendant studies. Is that not correct, Sket? Sket? Oh, that is quite correct, Afoot. Please come back and see her some other time. Yeah, they have as the figurine itself points this out, they have a slightly odd mode of talking, but you only need one for the figurine, but you get both at the same time. This is Skeet and Afoot. They are said to be number 1 and number 2 Ritos when it comes to talent and strength, which is why they are the chieftain's guards. The main reason they get along so well is because they're childhood friends. Their childhood speech can be considered somewhat accurate. Their style of speech can be considered somewhat antiquated. Man, I can't talk today. Yeah, that's Skeet and Afoot, kind of amusing. This guy we will recognise already. This is, of course, the Rito Chieftain. The chieftain is a very gifted leader who is adored by his people. Due to his position, he must be strict with his relations, but as with any father, he worries about his son. You will also, well, you won't note this, but I'm going to tell you this, when you take the chieftain's picture, you also get Quill's picture, with it free, because I think you only ever really see Quill in cutscenes, so you can't reliably take a picture of him. Quill has courage, if nothing else. He is admired by his fellow Rito, and the chieftain places great trust in him. So we've got a fair few Rito so far. Now let's move on to this guy, with the long face. Let's take a shot of him. This is Kaboli. Kaboli is the 3rd generation in a family of postmen, but rumour has it that an ancestor of his in a age gone by was also a postman. You may also note that he kind of resembles the postman from Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Slightly odd when Ritos is not really descended from humans, but oh well, interesting to note anyway. Now, this awesome dude here with the fantastic hairdo. Let's get a good snap of him as he goes past. This guy with the mohawk is Pashley. For reasons unknown, Pashley is always busy. Yep, that is literally his entire description. Wasn't that entirely worth the wait? But there's two Ritos generally wandering around with clipboards. The one with the mohawk is Pashley, and the one without the mohawk is this. This is Namali. Namali doesn't really have any distinct characteristics per se. Yep, that's that. Nintendo really didn't exactly go overboard when coming up with the descriptions for some of these Ritos. And then finally this guy, if you talk to him, he just says, I heard of your trials, nicely done, you must be weary. They don't really say much, but there's actually 2 of them. The other one is out guarding the spring, so I'm not going to bother going out to take a photo of him. This is, well, these 2 together are Bashed and Bished. Being extremely honest and sincere Ritos, they were chosen to be the island's police force. When you talk to them, they speak frankly about the events on the island. Yes, they do, I would agree with that. Now, we pretty much finished up on Dragon Roost here, got a hell of a lot of pictographs, so we're going to head actually slightly over to the east, to the flight control platform. Now here, there's not a great deal, as you can see, there's just some wooden buildings, but there's definitely something interesting going on there. Let's investigate. There's an old man Ho-Ho who points to something which I'll discuss later, but if we talk to this guy... Greetings, O person who has surely come to take the challenge of the big sky. This is where you can register for the official Rito Tribe Birdman contest. And now listen, you are free to use any means, methods, or tools you have at your disposal to help you soar through the sky. The rules are simple. See how far you can fly before you crash into the rolling seas like so much deadweight driftwood. A banner now stands at the site where the great and talented champion who has flown the farthest to date crashed into the frothy waves in a mighty splash of glory. If you are able to pass that flag, then you will be the new champion, and you will be drenched in praise, much as you will be drenched in seawater. The participation fee is a mere 10 rupees. Will you take the challenge? I will. Okay, then head up the ladder you go. My brother awaits on the top. You don't seem to have any wings or feathers or anything on your back. So do you have something you can use to fly, right? I hope so. Here's wishing the wind beneath your, thing. Whatever it is. Now, we do a very annoying minigame. It's fun, but... Oh my god, it's Waluigi. Holy shit. That's horrifying. Waluigi time. Oh, a challenger. The contest is afoot. You see that banner far off in the distance? That marks the record distance set by a great and talented champion. You must pass that banner. It's as simple as it sounds. You just have to, firstly, set the wind behind you. If you don't do this, it will be nigh impossible to complete this challenge. It's bloody hard anyway. And I've got about 16 goes at it based on the number of rupees I have, so let's hope I can beat this before long. So you want the wind going in the northwest, and then it's as simple as jump and glide. Sploosh! Oh dear, that was shocking. Flight distance was 5 yards. Oh, whopping 5 yards. Yeah, it turns out I bloody forgot. I put the fucking thing on the wrong. What was that? That was so terrible. I don't even know where to begin offering advice. I could have fallen unconscious and done better than that. Technically true, I guess. Yeah, I've pressed Y instead of X and did not use my Deku Leaf like I intended. But while we're down there, might as well take a picture of this guy. This is Willy. Willy used to be a very average carpenter on Windfall. He so longed to soar the skies that he began dressing as a Rito. He's the younger of a laudable pair of siblings. Yeah, I didn't realise literally until I was doing the research for this game, for this LP, that these guys, both of them, are not Ritos. They're just humans dressed like Ritos. That makes sense with the name Birdman and everything, but hey, I had not thought of it. Then also, while we're up here, we can get a picture of Waluigi. This is Obli. Obli has such an unhealthy obsession with Ritos that he's begun dressing as a Rito and running the famed Birdman contest. He's the older of the laudable brothers who host the contest. And just like that, away! Let's actually press the right blinking button this time. So you glide and you move. And I would say the most important thing on this is to be moving forwards at all times. You can sometimes, like, here, I'm probably not going to be able to get this thing, but I really wouldn't go out of your way. Like, don't go much to the left or right to try and hit a twister, because then you'll just run out of magic earlier. It's important just to get as much distance as you can. You can stand to miss a twister, like there, because actually we're further above the floor than we look. And if you go too far to the left or right to try and grab a twister, then bad stuff happens. Should be able to get this one though, just no. Okay, right, might just be able to get this final one. We are running low on magic, but okay, missed the final one too. Let's hope for the best. Oh my god, am I going to do this first try? If so, that would be incredible. Nope. Oh! Did I just do that? Holy shit. Goal! Yes, congratulations! Well, that was definitely I don't think they really expected me to do much. 259 yards, and you need to beat 256, so that's awesome. Yes, that was fantastic. To say how shockingly, abysmally embarrassing our first jump was, our second one was fantastic. And for our results, we are told that we make a fantastic member of the Rito tribe, and we are given a piece of heart, which completes our next heart container. Also interestingly worth, these guys are called Olby and Willy, which is a reference to Orville Wright and Wilbur Wright, the two Wright brothers of the kind of aviation history. And Olby even has a mustache, a Waluigi tash, much like Wilbur Wright. Well, Orville Wright was supposed to have. Well, he probably did have it. I'm not denying that. But anyway, enough of my denying historical events. We are now heading off to the south. Down to the 5-Star Isles. No, not to the 5-Star Isles, down to Starbelt Archipelago. I lied, look at that. Now here, there's just a few quick things we can do. On the horizon, you can see a glowy thing, so I'm going to use that. It's about here-ish. Oh no, get away. Die. There we go. Need to actually move forward a bit more. Oh, you Cogrock, will you just leave me alone? Oh, he's going to be there in the cutscene and it's going to be really creepy. He's behind me. I'm pretty sure he's behind me. This is like a terrible pantomime. Oh, apparently he's not there. I can see his shadow, though, over the King of Red Lions. That's creepy. Yeah, this one's just a silver rupee. I just decided to show it because I'm down here anyway. But what I really want to show, I can't see. There are some platforms near here, but I have no idea where they are. So I'm going to make it daytime so I can actually see shit. Yeah, it's over here, there's a platform, and it has something we want on it. Now, as you can tell by the change in music, there's enemies up here. Specifically, there's 2 regular bokoblins and 2 shielded bokoblins. But bugger them, let's just open the chest anyway. Ah! Ugh! Ah! You got a treasure chart. Yay, we got treasure chart number 44. I also drank a bit too deeply from my cup of tea and ended up pouring it all the way down my neck, so My shirt is soaked, so I'm an idiot. So I'm going to go and change, and then I will meet you just over to the west at Fire Mountain. Now, I'm dry again, which is good, and Fire Mountain looks awesome, but we can't go to it yet, obviously, because it's on fire. But what we can do is if we head to the kind of southeast of this quadrant, soon enough, I can't see him because my TV is shit tiny and on the other side of the bloody room. But theoretically, yes, here we go. Once again, seagulls! We should be getting used to this now. No, I don't want to grapple the blinking big octo. Shoot him in the face. But this one, actually, we're going to do something new with. This one, we're going to photograph. Photograph. Oh, I put my emphasis on the wrong syllable. Yes, this is a big octo. There are said to be 6 of these legendary giant squid in different reaches of the Great Sea. When ships pass by, they create tremendous currents to try to sink them. The only way to escape is to shoot all of their weak spots, their eyes, with projectiles before being sucked in. And I'm going to do just that. And down he goes to the bottom of the deep blue sea. There is... I took the photo of this one. There's actually still another one we've got left to defeat. There's one more in the world, as you'll see from the octo indicator if I choose to use that, which I actually won't on this one because this one drops something different. Oh no, wait, I will use the octo indicator on this one. I'm only using the octo indicator on the visualizer when there's nothing else that they drop, like a heart piece, if it's just a special rupee or something. But yes, once you've defeated all 6, they are gone forever. They are never ever coming back, and that means that you can't get the pictograph of them. The pictograph is actually a kind of a one-shot one, except you get 6 shots to do it. More if you fuck up killing the big octo. But I just decided to get it now so that it's somehow if something goes wrong with that, like this doesn't save properly or something, we've got that last one to kind of to fall back on. But now we are heading over to the kind of south and east, down to Eastern Fairy Island. Now there's a great many things we can do here briefly just before the end of the episode. Firstly, there is... whoop. This looks about perfect. Chest on the side. This one just contains 200 silver rupees. 200 silver rupees, that would be an extraordinary amount of money. No, just contains 200 rupees, but nice to have anyway. Right, something else going on as well. The mailbox is dancing, and, well, you're words. I'll just read it instead. Letter for the doctor. You have one doctor. You have one doctor. Oh my god, I can't speak today. What the hell is this? Dear doctor, I recently received some golden feathers from my boyfriend who mentioned you. I'm something of a bird enthusiast, so I know how hard it must have been to get all of those feathers. I want you to be as happy as we are, doctor, so I'm sending you this heart as a token of our affection. And we get sent a piece of heart, so yes, obviously the gathering 200 golden feathers wasn't just for the purpose of... what am I trying to say? Gathering them wasn't just for the purpose of getting like 50 rupees from the bloke, there was also a piece of heart in for it, which is nice. Now, as I've mentioned before, every fairy island comes with a blue choo-choo. So let's grab his goo while we're at it. And you'll notice I'm breaking a lot of stuff. The reason for that is we need bombs to get inside the fairy island. And I currently have none, which is embarrassing. Hit the bugger with a rock. That was funny. So this is a thing worth noting. If you run out of like any item on an island, check all the kind of grass and such on the island, and then if all the grass is gone, use the Song of Passing. Time will kind of move forward and everything will respawn, so you never get stuck on an island without any stuff. That's useful. But now, using the bombs, as you've seen, we enter the fairy fountain and speak to the fairy. Young Waker of the Winds, allow me to aid you in your quest. Yay, we got a bomb upgrade. We can now carry more bombs, a maximum of 60 bombs, and she's also healed our magic that's still been down since the Birdman contest, so 60 bombs is a hell of a lot. That's enough to take out fucking every squid in the game with some to spare. So, that's awesome. And on that note, I'd like to end the episode there. It's been almost precisely 20 minutes, at least for me. So, well, For you. Not for me, it's been like 2 hours for me. But thank you very much for watching this episode of The Wind Waker. We've gathered some more stuff, and we'll be gathering more stuff next episode. I'm getting kind of tired of saying that, but don't worry, there'll only be 2 more episodes of gathering stuff. Thank you very much, and good day.